countries, people have land, have very high status. And today, of course, real estate companies are making lots and lots of money and getting huge social status. But that was not the original concept. So this is what the morality question is. I would say that part of the corruption in our country is that because we have such a long tradition of developed intelligence, all this intelligence is now being used to making more money. And that greed has come to take control of ourselves. And as a consequence, making money by hook or crook without moral intelligence. Finally, something which everybody needs to develop, it takes time, which is recognized again by the Harvard curriculum. It's called spiritual intelligence. If you go to Google again, type all this, cognitive intelligence, spiritual intelligence, moral intelligence, social intelligence, you will get books on this. And you will find that this intelligence, spiritual intelligence, recognizes, and is recognized in the Upanishads, recognized even in the Vedas, that knowledge is actually in the cosmos. But you don't see it. After all, when you speak on your cell phone, you don't see your voice traveling. It is there, it travels. The same way knowledge is there in the cosmos. You need a neural Wi-Fi to connect to that. And that requires meditation. And that is why meditation is prescribed as a way to acquire knowledge. And this spiritual intelligence also has to, then only you can cross boundaries. Otherwise you will always work within boundaries. If you want to do research, you must develop spiritual intelligence. This is all in part of our Hindu religion. And this is what we need. We need to reorient ourselves. Let me tell you, before, if we don't reorient ourselves, the Americans are going to reorient themselves. They will become Hindus and will not be Hindus. Because I find in the ashrams of Swami Dayananda Saraswati, Sri Sri Ravi Shankar, Ramdev, Baba Ramdev's ashram is full of them. There are so many foreigners who are very rich. How do you explain them? When Puttaparthi Sai Baba, I remember once he reciting an anecdote. He said that one American woman came and said, "I want peace, Swamiji, please tell me, I want peace." So he said, "You want peace? Then first get rid of I, then get rid of want. What you will be left is peace." So, I mean, there are people, one of the richest Hollywood actresses, Julia Roberts, she went to India, that too in Haryana, and she saw people with very little stress on their faces. She says, "What is this? They are also poor and there is no stress. There is no feeling of anything, of anxiety. What is it?" So somebody took her to a Swamiji and he explained to her about Bhagavad Gita. And she came back and she converted to Hinduism. She converted her entire family to Hinduism. I think you must have seen it in the press that this Hollywood actress. There are many others also. This Stephen Jobs, who was the mastermind of the iPhone and iPad. He also went to Varanasi and converted. There are large numbers of things that these are happening underground. Because the mindset, for stress-free mindset, it is basically our religion which has been far ahead of everybody. Somewhere along the way we have started losing because we have lost the self-respect of being a Hindu. We think that the Westerners and their mores are what is suitable for making progress, and making material progress has become the ultimate in our life. That is what is the ultimate source of the downfall of society. And therefore, we have to go back to Brigu and Bhagavad. For a society, we should restructure it in such a way that we give the highest importance to those who pursue knowledge and give up everything else. I remember when I came first as a student to Harvard, my classmate asked me, how can you have accepted Mahatma Gandhi as your leader. So I asked him, in your country you will not accept a man like Mahatma Gandhi? He said, never, we will put him in jail for indecent exposure. Now, I said, in what way is your leaders? He said, no, they have to be dressed very well, you must have the best natty ties and so on, and that will be a plus factor in his leadership. Then I began thinking about it. Why is it that we Indians followed Mahatma Gandhi? It is for the very reason which was being debunked here. That he didn't want anything. He had nothing. Why do we follow these Swamijis in Bhagavad Gita clothes? Swamiji will agree with me. It's this Bhagavad itself, is color means sacrifice. It is that tradition which makes us distinctive. It is that which I think all of us should go. I think we can become a happier people, we can prosper. India was the most developed country only 500 years ago. It's not that this religion made us all into mendicants, sitting in ashrams and doing japa. No. We produced mathematics, surgery, rocket science, everything, numerology. All these things we produced because of this all-round personality of developing these five intelligences. Thank you very much.